Mmm. 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 I'm a dancer, and I'm a traveler. And wherever I go, I experience the world one dance at a time. I'm Mickela Mallozzi, and this is Bare Feet. Bare Feet is supported in part by
Bloomberg Connects gives you a way to experience the arts from your mobile phone. You can explore hundreds of cultural organizations from around the world, anytime, anywhere. Learn more at bloombergconnects.org or wherever you find your apps.
The New York metro area is home to the world's third largest population of Cubans outside of Miami and Cuba. For over 60 years, Cubans fled their island to join family members here in the U.S. On this Bare Feet in NYC adventure, I get a taste of the amalgamation that is Cuban culture, a rich mixture of African, Spanish, and Caribbean influences. And I meet with some of these amazing families who share with me the traditions and culture that they brought with them on their journey here. My first stop is to Brooklyn Bridge Park to meet with Danis Perez, also known as La Mora. La Mora is the founder of the Oju Oro Afro-Cuban Dance Ensemble. And because of the COVID-19 pandemic, here in New York City, outside parks have been transformed into open-air rehearsal spaces for artists. I'm here to join the ensemble during one of their weekly public residencies.
My folklore and my culture is everything that I am. That's my identity. For me, it's a mission to preserve and maintain the culture of my country.
We're in Brooklyn Bridge Park. What does it mean for you and your group to be able to have the space to dance here in New York City?
I can say it's a blessing. We can heal in our dancer, maintain the technique, the physical condition. We can continue to create, our choreography and maintain the movement. We have to live. We have to do what we really are.
Yes.
That's our life.
Yes.
I all the time tell my student and my dancer, you need to looking back. And when you're looking back, then you can find your culture, your ancestry. And as you see, my company is multicultural. I have people for any kind of background. My platform as an Afro-Cuban dancer and teacher is acknowledge people. And even when we come in a different avenue, at some point we encounter on the diaspora.
The group then dresses me and lets me jump right in the rehearsal to learn the biche.
You can turn as soon as you get here.
Turn.
Right?
Yeah.
You face with her, and just start playing.
So I'll go up first, you go down. Okay, perfect.
Biche is the element that we use on the countryside to collect coffee. When the ladies used to dancing, and it's like a kind of merengue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. 7, you put the coffee, okay.
A majority of Afro-Cubans can trace their roots to the Yoruba people of Nigeria and Benin, who were forcefully brought over to the island very late in the transatlantic slave trade in the 19th century. I love that you pass this tradition not only to your students, but within your family. Your husband is here, he's a musician. Your daughter, Lethi, she's a dancer with you. I mean, you're making music and dancing with your family.
Well, let me tell you something. It's a popular expression, traditional expression. It's oral. It's coming from generation to generation, from mommy to daddy, from auntie to niece. It's in that way. And my family is like una viva representación of this situation, you know?
Now, it's time for Oju Oro Afro-Cuban Dance Ensemble's performance.
I thank you. And you are also a family, right? Yes. We're going to preserve the Afro-Cuban culture, right? Ache! 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 I share what I love. And because I love, that's the way that people receive.
Yes.
So people love.
Yep. My next stop is to meet with another family. I head to Millie's Cuban Cafe in the Bushwick neighborhood of Brooklyn. Brothers Albert and Danny Turan started the brick and mortar after years of running the popular Bongo Brothers food trucks. I'm here today to meet with them, their father Alberto, and their cousin Anna, who share with me their Cuban culture through food.
Millie's is a combination between my mother's recipes and my recipes. We try to do traditional Cuban food, but we put a little spin to it, make it a little bit more modern, more approachable. It's named after our mother, Millie.
And then we have a thrift store called Alberto & Sons, named after my father, which we also surprised him with. We're just so grateful. They let us do what we were passionate about doing, and not only just saying okay, but really stepped up, in a big way to support us throughout this journey.
The Turans are an entrepreneurial family, including cousin Anna, who started her own line of shirts, Gala Octubre, which her cousins and uncle are wearing today.
My idea was actually inspired by working here at Millie's as a barista. I wanted to also incorporate my culture and bring voice to our heritage.
So, Dad, how do you feel when you see your boys?
Very proud.
Yeah.
Very proud. You're gonna make me cry.
No!
It's been such a beautiful experience, and that we've been able to do this as a family the whole way through has been really incredible.
Now it's time for me to try this family-inspired food.
These are twice fried plantains. This is fried yuca. This is the avocado toast.
Beautiful. I love that it's on Cuban bread. I've never seen that. It's great.
This is my brother's favorite right here. It's the Impossible Picadillo Sloppy Joe. Totally vegetarian. This is my favorite. And this is the ropa vieja. What we have here is the Cuban sandwich and some fresh plantain chips.
When it comes to the food, we really care. We want to share it. A lot of it comes from wanting to share, to tell the story, to kind of build a connection.
Well, they say taste is the closest sense to memory.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tasting food that is your comfort food, especially when you leave your home to start another home somewhere else.
When I was maybe 6 or 7 years old, my father took me to eat at a place that I had my first Cuban sandwich. You're talking about memory and food. When I eat this sandwich, I go back to that day every time.
No, don't be sorry. And you had to leave your family when you were just 14.
I went to Spain by myself. I had nobody there. And I was lucky that people took care of me.
I feel a very close connection because there are a lot of parallels to my family. I didn't eat out till I was in college, maybe. Every single meal we sat at the table.
Yeah.
Food is such a big part of our family and how we show love.
And tres leches.
That's my favorite, by the way. I could just eat that all day. That is beautiful. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for
Salud.
coming by.
Oh my God, this
Joining
is
our family.
beautiful. Thank you. I do. I feel like we are family now. This
Yeah,
is
absolutely.
I leave the beautiful Turan family and head to Manhattan's East Village at Drome, the world music venue, to meet with jazz legend Arturo O'Farrill and his family. Arturo is a pianist, composer, and educator, and he is also the founder of the Afro-Latin Jazz Alliance, whose mission is to perform, educate about, and preserve the music of all of the Americas, emanating from African and indigenous roots through the entry point of jazz.
I first just wanted to play like Herbie Hancock. Then I realized it was Latino. So I wanted to sound just like Eddie Palmieri. And then I realized that you can't live in those segmented spots, that the connection between Herbie Hancock and Eddie Palmieri is actually a line.
Right.
And so if you segment yourself, if you increment yourself, if you put yourself on a dot, you're an idiot. You need to see the continuum.
Quesel Jimenez, Afro-Cuban percussionist, gives me a brief introduction to Cuban rumba, the dance, drumming, and singing tradition based on the melding of African and Spanish influences.
Okay, wait. So this is the layers.
Yeah.
This is the layers.
Exactly.
Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna think about one. When I listen to rumba, it's really difficult for me to hear the one sometimes.
The downbeat is a cultural construct. Here's what I learned, is you can learn the individual rhythm. If you plug it in to the total picture, if you listen to everyone else as you're playing that rhythm, magic happens. You're not playing individual hits. Now you're playing with other people in a mosaic that is so beautiful. There's only the groove.
Yeah.
Nothing is more important than that.
This kind of music reminds me of Cuba, all my family, all my friends, my childhood when I grew up. And for me, it's like the most greatest thing that I have.
Thank you for sharing these rhythms with me.
Oh, thank you. I have to see I'm learning as well. For me, it's important to feel what people are feeling and learn from them because it's, you know, it's like exchange of energy, exchange of experience as well. That's the way that we play.
It was now time for Arturo to give me a lesson in some Afro-Cuban jazz on the piano.
This is a montuno, and that comes from the word montaña,
Mountain.
right?
Yeah.
And then this is called tumbao. Because the word tumbao, of course, is African. The word montaña is Spanish and shows you what happens when cultures collide.
Right.
An ancient art form, and the rhythms are very interlocking. It's not folk music. It's music of the highest, most sophisticated realization.
Arturo shares the stage with his son and drummer, Zach O'Farrill, and he passes down more than just the music to him.
Jazz is a music born of the African diaspora in the Americas, born of the clash of African, European, indigenous musics, right? And whatever else was in the ether at that time.
Right.
It's Afro-Latin music with the improvisation and harmonies of jazz and all together in this music that never should have had to be separated.
Tonight, the Afro-Latin Jazz Alliance is hosting an evening of live, in-person music after a long hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Mickela Mallozzi, she can dance. We'd love for you to come up and say a few words about what we're doing and why we're here.
I want to first say drum is a really special place. The fact that it is still standing, still beating strong. We're here inside listening to music, dancing together. It's a testament to what we've all been through. Being Cuban-American, what is it about the rhythms that makes you want to play them?
I really think of myself more as a mixed person just because my dad is half Mexican, half Cuban, my mom's half black, half Jewish. I think the very mixed nature of Cuban culture is what's drawn me to the music.
What I love is the next generation of musicians.
They got it. I want them to take on the next challenges that being in the arts is, you know, because they're more equipped, they're smarter, they're faster, they speak better, they're better looking, they're skinnier.
Passing down the traditions of rhythms and dances from one family member to another was necessary for the survival of Afro-Cuban culture, and that lineage continues even here in New York. I head to an Afro-Cusol Orisha dance class with Lietis Echevarria, daughter of La Mora, to learn more of these powerful Afro-Cuban stories through movement.
The word Orisha means natural forces, the water, the fire, snow.
Specific rhythms and dances invoke the Orishas, or gods and goddesses, that control our natural world. And the first Orisha we invoke is the god Elegua.
So he is the owner of the destiny of the man. Yes, that is the first one, the first Orisha that we call first.
Elegua's movements are traditionally very masculine and powerful, and he's seen as a warrior.
How you feel? Great. You sure? Yeah. Okay, let's dance now. Now, the movement we're going to do right now, or the Orisha we're going to do right now, is Yemaya. She's a mother, she's a queen. Yemaya is the owner of the ocean. She's the mother of the world. She's the mother of all of the Orishas. You know, so all her movement is representation of the ocean, the flow, the sea, you know, a lot of wave, a lot of circle. So this is the position that you always need to have when you're dancing Afro-Cuban dance. There's where you have the flavor, and everything starts from here, from your pelvis. So when I say back, what's happening is Yemaya, she covers herself. So what's happening with your hand without the skirt is this.
The Orishas can be traced back to the Yoruba religion of West Africa, brought over to Cuba by the transatlantic slave trade in the early to mid-19th century.
I see you transform. As soon as that drum starts, I see a shift in you, and the Orisha comes through.
Once you know the history and you know the character and you know what that Orisha is, you transform yourself. For me, the student coming to my class, I want them to live with that energy. Not just, oh, I went to a dance class and I just move. No, this is more special. This is more dance from the soul.
Yes, yes.
Sharing this to the people is sharing who I am and sharing my culture and sharing what my mom and my family have inherited to me.
Feel the energy of the Orishas. Yamaya. It's really, really sort of spiritual. It's beautiful energy in this room.
My next stop takes me to Far Rockaway Beach in Queens. I'm here to attend the Timba Beach Party hosted by Monty Given, founder of Ruedathon.
A rueda is basically just instead of dancing with a couple, two partners, you're dancing with an entire group.
Rueda literally translates to wheel in Spanish, and it is danced in a circle.
Hello.
Hello. Dame. Y dame. Y dame dos con dos. We had a caller, what we call a cantante. They were doing signals, and so those signals they all have names, but they also have hand signals, telling everybody in the group what to do.
Let's try big. Let's see.
Monty's co-host for the Timba Beach Party is professional Cuban dancer Rafael Núñez.
La música cubana, el afro-cubano, la rumba, la guaracha, el son, el mambo, eso nace en Cuba. Santiago de Cuba nació el son. Y eso ha sido una influencia desde las venas de nuestros padres. Nosotros estamos en el vientre de nuestras madres y ya estamos bailando. Si mi madre baila, yo estoy bailando.
Sí,
yes,
sí.
Yes.
Rafael gives me a lesson in casino, or Cuban-style salsa.
Movimiento de este hombro, tú. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you understand?
Sí.
Entonces ahora a ese movimiento le pone 1, ta, 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 king, can, ri, pa, 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 pi, pa, pa. Eso, very good, very good. Yeah. Vamos a hacer aquí.
Okay.
3 y mano.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Y Kika. Agua. Y eso. Vamos a ponerle un poquito de sabor de Cuba, ¿puede ser? Agua. Eso.
Gracias.
Claro.
Wow.
Claro.
Okay.
Ese es el son.
Yeah.
Sí, por ejemplo, en la salsa empieza tú el pie de atrás. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 1, y eso aquí, y luego gente bien,
Cuban salsa is just sort of like, it's just a term, it's just a point of reference, but it's not salsa, it's casino.
It came from a place where they used to dance. It was called Casino Deportivo, right? So it became something, we're gonna go dance casino, we're gonna go dance casino. So they started calling it the dance casino. Wow. It was created by the people for the people. In the street, for the street, it's welcoming. It's for everybody. You don't need training for it.
Remember lady, right?
This is a small community within New York, but people love the music. You talk to some people and they'll tell you that this saved their lives. This saved their marriages. This saved them when they were in the midst of a divorce or depression or whatever. So it just became such a wonderful family from all over, and they're so interesting.
I really went on a journey with you. That was so fun. And you incorporated some rumba, Cuban rumba,
yeah.
son, and salsa.
Yeah, es una mezcla.
It is!
Agua salsa!
Woo! My last stop takes me to Bella Ciao in Little Italy in Manhattan for the monthly Fuacata Cuban dance party. Hosted by Fuacata founder Chris Rojicki.
You guys ready? Let's do it. Twist that turn, and step, step, step. Back with the right, forward, left. Good. That was good. No one fell. Good.
When I was in high school, I was exposed to salsa. I didn't know that there was other styles of salsa. And I learned that the music coming from Cuba, that was their variant of salsa, which they call timba. It resonated with me a little bit more. It made me want to move my body a little bit more.
Good. Mambo, here we go. Left, right, left, right, left, right.
I grew up with a father dancing all the time, but also my mom was a dancer and I was a classic dancer, so I was trained since I was 4. Just seeing people walking for the first time at the studio with this face like, oh my God, I'm never going to make it. And then after the 3rd class, it's like, you're actually dancing. That's the beautiful part about it, yeah.
We're doing a dance casino, and we're doing it in a circle, rueda de casino, okay? 1, 2, 3, un tarro. I raise my left arm, I walk under it, 2, 3, and then I release her, I meet up with the next follower. Followers, Niley has a piece of advice for you.
Let him go. Another one is coming. Another one is coming.
Here we go, un tarro, next partner. Under the arm, 5, 6, 7, and walk, walk, walk. Step, step, step. Good. Dos tarros. Give a girl. 1, 5, 6, 7, 1.
The dance casino, Cuban salsa itself, this is a style of salsa that doesn't really have a ballroom foundation or base. It's a very casual style, casual atmosphere. You'll see Cubans dancing in the street in flip-flops, shorts, a tank top. So it's really just laid back, have fun, and dance.
Thank you guys. This is probably the least amount of chaos that I've observed in a really long time.
The most beautiful thing is that you can see people from every single different country of the world in one piece, right? Dancing Cuban salsa. It's so much fun that it brings you together.
It really represents New York City in this little space.
Completely, completely. It is super fun.
I love it.
Family is what continues the Cuban-American cultural legacy, whether that consists of people who you choose to be your family or who are chosen for you. And I am now part of all of these beautiful Cuban families here in New York City.
And I'll see you on my next camping adventure, wherever it may take me.
You can stay connected with us at travelbarefeet.com, where you'll find extra bonus videos, join our Bare Feet series conversations through social media, and stay updated with our newsletter.
Vamos a gozar un rato. Ponme la cintura en candela para que veas cómo me desbarato. Bailando, gozando, arrímate mamá.
Baila eso.
Llegate a la pelea. Déjate gracia con el cubano. Mira, mira, mira.